Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Two for one stream. The birthday dinner, for those who were curious, went very well. We had my sister, uh, her husband, my brother, his fiance, myself, my mother, my father, so seven of us total. It was a very nice dinner. Had a lovely time. And now, who knows, we may have lovely dinners in this game with lovely reset heavy beef bowls. That is the best kind, in my opinion. Let's go ahead and switch back to scene number one. Yeah, the whole gang showed up. Speaking of the whole gang showing up, welcome, Tay. Welcome back. Let me go ahead and get the capture card reset. Yep, back to shiny hunting. Are you doing your own version of that yourself? With Pokemon? With Pokemon Go? Because right, oh yeah, I'll have to do, you did remind me I have to do the Crane game on September 30th in game, so that's coming up pretty quick. So I'll be very, very cautious and careful in doing so. Let me get down to where I was at, and I think we are all set. Super casual, just watch whatever you see on Pokemon Go. Okay, that's good. I just hope lovely Pokemon come your way. I know that I know I would probably get much more mileage out of it, out of my 6.5 to 7 mile walks. I could probably get some pretty good use out of that if I had that on my phone, but okay. That makes sense because I mean you're out anyway, and I mean that's the way I would kind of do it if I was playing it. Although I haven't played a ton of Pokemon games in the middle, mainly towards the end, so I haven't really done a whole lot of shiny hunting. So we just, if I remember correctly in game, we had just woken up, we bought diet food, and now we are getting ready to leave. So we need to go back to the Samigawa floodplain. But if I were to like visit a Pokemon game in 2025, I mean, there's so many choices. I mean, I could still do like Gold or Silver. I could do Ruby or Sapphire. I could do Diamond Pearl. I could do Black and White. There's so many games I haven't played, and I don't know. I think you said that maybe Black or White might be up my alley, or I think you were thinking mainly in terms of like the villains and the motivations that you thought I might find it interesting. But I'm looking at some point to just revisit those games. It's just I feel like I kind of cheated myself by getting stuck in Gold and Silver and thinking, oh, I'm not allowed to progress because I couldn't beat this one game, and now I guess I got over that by the time X and Y came out, but pretty early on that was pretty limiting. My Yu-chan, I'm so happy to see you. Asano smiles gently. We're gonna spend the day?
Yeah.
I'd be happy to.
Listen, dear.
Pokemon Pinball. Now that I never completed the Pokédex for. I tried for a good while, but I wasn't able. I can't remember which ones I couldn't get, but I played the heck out of that game. I'll always remember that bulky little end piece that stuck out, that always with the rumble feature and everything else. You feel like Gen 5 is nice if you play the sequel because it gets the progression of time. Pokemon plots are pretty silly, but that's perfectly fair. I can't remember exactly how you had mentioned it because I think this was several months ago. But yeah, you're probably right about the Pokemon plots. I think X initially tried to be quite a bit more serious than some of the earlier ones I'd say some of the earlier ones. I only played one gen, which Giovanni didn't really have any motivations back then. It was still pretty early on. But I can't really comment because I didn't play 2, 3, 4, and 5. I only watched the anime. So I got their stories. You cried because you failed at catching a Jigglypuff. Oh no! Oh no, yeah, see, I was really, really effortlessly good at Pokemon Pinball, until I realized, oh, I really want to do this with it. When I was playing it casually, I was godlike, but when I realized I needed to complete stuff, I started to be terrible. Like immediately upon having that click, I couldn't do anything good with it. Gen 2 is better if you play Gen 1 first. Yeah, well, I definitely checked that box off, and I remember my Gen 1 playthrough pretty well. Do my clothes smell of incense? My husband Suki Mainshi is today, and I've just come back from visiting his grave. That must have been tough.
No.
Oh no, the cemetery is right over there. I don't have to walk very far, Hisano smiles gently.
Do
You
you
know
know?
what death is? Death is the entity that takes people to the gods. For those trying to reach the gods, and to the families of those people, death can be an ally. That may be true. That is why I am death. When a person dies, the people who are left behind start to grieve, right? Why did that person have to die? That's the question everyone wants to know the answer to. How is it right that this life had to come to an end? The person did nothing wrong, and yet we want to think that they went to the gods. They've been summoned to heaven, and there's nothing we can do about it. We try to convince ourselves of that. Sometimes we look forward to death, taking them up to the gods. You don't quite understand it yet, do you? I don't get it. That's how it should be. The innocence and happiness of youth. Asano smiles gently. You can feel the kindness in Asano's heart. You can import your original character into black and white too, even it was a small thing. Some people don't like that gen's Pokemon design. That it is interesting to import it. I know I'm not very familiar with like the twos or like the Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon and the differences. I just know that as far as anime Lusamine, they did not go with the original game's Lusamine. They went with the sequel. Even though I haven't seen the sequel, I've just have heard that they, from other people that had watched the show, that that's the direction that they went. I look forward to death too much and became death myself. Before I realized that
I'm sorry.
you don't want to hear this, do you? I'm going home now. You be careful too.
I'll see you
One
again.
thing I really am curious about, though, eventually getting to experience, is like Ruby and Sapphire's like Archie and I think it's Maxie. I think is his name. Because the anime was terrible. They they set up Team Flare like by episode 2. Like episode 1, Pikachu almost explodes and dies. Episode 2, they set up Team Flare. And they set up Team Aqua, shortly after, but Flare was almost immediately. And then they do a bunch of one-off episodes where they try to explore runes and nothing happens. And then this team explores runes and nothing happens. And then comes the, reveal of Archie, the reveal of Maxie, and they both have their each other's orbs that they need to control the Pokemon, and they both already have the Pokemon. And apparently they got the Pokemon off screen. Like maybe one of those useless runes episodes that you cut out, maybe you could have done them capturing the Pokemon. Instead, we just had like this dumb two-parter, and they already had the Pokemon. And I'm like, how did that happen? How did they have that? Well, that would have been interesting. And I don't know, it just felt like a terrible, terrible Team Aqua, Team Flare resolution. Considering Advance was like one of the biggest seasons ever, like it had like
You're back.
190 something episodes, and Team Aqua Team Flare was almost episode 100. And I have no idea how the games did it. I'm sure they did it better. They had to have done it better. Sure, you're home. Hierophant rank 9. It's time for Dojima.
Hey,
Hey you, what's wrong? Bored? Probably hard to have Lusamine be a sociopath in a kid's anime. Yeah, I suppose that's probably true. But oh man, Sun and Moon was just it's such a good season, and so many people were turned off of it because of its art. It's like Ash has traveled through so many regions, but like this was like one of the first few regions where he actually felt like he belonged to that region, like had family and like belonged there. Just like that whole theme of togetherness and family, I think it really worked for that season. Dojima sighs, but he looks a bit happy. But I mean, I have so many more comments. That's why I'd like to do something bigger with this. Like, actually have a stream where I just sit down and do nothing but like talk about these seasons. Like, really do a retrospective. Because it's like Advanced Generation. Like they dropped a lot of the balls with the rivals too. Like Harley, May's rival, didn't start showing up until like over 100 episodes had passed of the series, and Harley's main gimmick was making May was like lying to May and making May like lose face in front of these coordinating battles and everything else that she was doing as a Pokemon coordinator. And that would have been fine if it was like the first dozen episodes instead of like past episode 100. It's a little late to be introducing May being an idiot in like contest battles and believing Harley. I would have liked that to have been done quite a bit earlier. And then Morrison as Ash's rival, kind of they're like, oh yeah, we need to give Ash a rival. And then he showed up like right before the league, and then we never saw him again after the league. Two dudes who followed the protagonist around. Yeah, that's true. I guess they really couldn't have. And by that point, Team Rocket had already been like, they had really lost their charm. It's all about like Giovanni. They'd kept doing Giovanni sequences where they're like, let's do the X thing and give it to the boss. And then Meowth would have all of these exaggerated dream sequences. I hated that. I hated that. I feel Kanto was the best. The Orange Island still had like good Team Rocket moments, and the early part of Johto did, but I think it completely lost it. I mean, they still had some good episodes, like James saying goodbye to Kameko was probably like the saddest one of Advanced Generation, but yeah, the art style doesn't really appeal to me. It's not very good stationary, but it's better when you see the Pokemon in motion. I really did enjoy it quite a bit later. Plus, so the number of references that they're able to make, because they're just not limited to the traditional art style that they were used to. Like whenever I showed like Jesse's hair, like with Paprika, Faye, all of these other references that were made, the Aim for the Ace reference that was made with James and Jesse and Meowth Wobbuffet, and they just went completely off the wall. They did JoJo. They just had a fun time animating that series, I could tell. Dojima pushed Nanako to your room for some reason.
Now then, first off,
seems Dojima has something in mind.
Sorry, but can you go call Nanako down here?
But you just pushed her in my room. Okay.
Take your time.
Called Nanako as Dojima ordered you to do.
You told me to go over there. A cake? Wow!
We're celebrating my dad's birthday. That's really thoughtful of them.
What are we celebrating?
Well, today is a special day for us.
A special day?
That's right. Today's the day when you, me, and him become family.
What about before?
Well, anyways, it's the day that we become a real family.
I don't really get it, but it makes me happy.
Let's talk about Pokemon. Yeah, you're gonna want to sit down for this. I've got some hot takes.
All right, let's eat.
Yeah, because the thing is, Black and White, that's probably like my hottest take. I think it's a really good season for Pokemon. Like, actually Pokemon showcasing their personalities, like Oshawott, Emolga, Snivy's rivalry with each other. I thought it was like really good with Pokemon. Like, Ash had 5 Pokemon on his team by episode 7 of Black and White, which is insane. And no other seasons ever come close to him completing his team. And then his Scraggy Hash, he had like a full team by like less than 20 episodes. Like, he had so many Pokemon in that series. The problem was they had a terrible premise of like level resetting Pikachu and Ash, and Pikachu had no electric moves to battle Shooty, whatever I don't know what the name of him in English was, but it was Shooty in Japan. And like, how do you come back from that rivalry? It's like, oh, I'm actually really, really good, and then you beat the rival. Like, you can't do that. So they had to make him be dumb the entire season, so that he could beat the rival at the very end, which was such a lame payoff. So that season fell flat. Not only that, but the Team Rocket versus Team Plasma, which they actually teased back in Diamond and Pearl before we even got the season, that never ended up happening. So it really lost all momentum.
Yeah.
Anyway, a lot more Pokemon than I thought. I think most of you were thinking I was going to be talking about today, even more than I thought I was going to be talking about today. It's been an enjoyable time together. Nanako used up all her energy and fell asleep.
Well, sorry about making you go along with this.
She agreed with me, yes. She loves it. I don't mind. It was fun. Ask me next time. It was fun.
Huh. You're a nice guy.
Yeah. Dojima looks happy.
I felt like I needed to do this to draw the line. And I wanted Nanako to know. She has to know how important my daughter is to me. She's looking more and more like Chisato. Her smile, her strong attitude. It was hard for me to even look at Nanako's face, because she reminds me so much of Chisato. Chisato died because she went to pick up Nanako. There were times when I'd come close to believing that. But even then, I can't count the number of times she saved me just by being there. If I was living by myself, I would never have thought about taking you in. I think I was scared. Scared to have someone else around. I was afraid we'd become a family. And then I'd lose it all again. I was running away by chasing a guy who'd run away himself. It was almost funny.
Dojima's smile looks sad.
I've been scared this whole time. That's why I used revenge as an excuse to not spend time with her.
Was it hard? Do you regret it now? You stopped running? Was it hard?
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
Dojima's voice is choked.
Running, regretting, that crap all ends tonight. I'm not gonna lose the things that are important to me. Never again.
Feel Dojima's strong resolve. We are getting close to maxing him out. He's at rank 9 now. We have so many people sitting at rank 9 or 8. Reached level 9.
That's the strength you show me. Thanks.
Sat with Dojima for some time in silence before going to your room. It's a thunderstorm today in game. Classes immediately ended. Now we're just gonna go straight to Sun. Oh, Yukun. Oh, right, it's a practice day today. Are you going? We spend the afternoon at drama club practice? Yes. I see you're working hard, huh? Yumi smiles weakly. I'm sorry, but you should go to practice by yourself. I have to go somewhere. I'll drop by if I can make it. Nosogami High Drama Club. You participated in the acting exercises. You've thoroughly practiced expressing a variety of emotions. Expression increased. Yumi isn't here. You decided to stop by the hospital again. Inaba Municipal Hospital in front of Yumi's father's room. You hear Yumi's voice coming from inside. Here, open your mouth. Oh, it fell out. I didn't peel it. This fruit came from a can. You want me to cut it into smaller pieces? Are you sure? Then I'll go throw this away. Oh, we had practice today, didn't we? I mean, we asked... Never mind. You came here because you're worried about me. When I come to see him, he wakes up. He should be in a lot of pain, but he won't take his medicine because he says it puts him to sleep. He says because he doesn't have much longer, he wants to stay awake as long as he can, so he can see Mom and me. He's so stupid. He's a great father. He's a kind father. He's a stupid father. Kind father. forgot about him all this time. No, I just didn't want to remember. That he actually was a kind man. He played with me so much when I was a child. Yui smiles, lost in memory. He waits all my life to show up all of a sudden and turn my life around, and then he's going to leave again. It's not fair.
Thank
Yukun,
you.
thank you for coming. I'm scared. I'm scared to be alone in that room listening to him breathing. It's so quiet. I don't know when he's just going to stop breathing forever. I'm glad that you came, that I was able to see your face. I don't know what to do, but I don't want to have any regrets later, so I'll do what I can now. It seems you're able to give Yumi some support. You feel that your relationship with Yumi has deepened. Oh, visiting hours are almost over. I'm going to stay here. I'll see you at school.
Bye then.
Yumi walked off looking helpless. She went home.
You're
The
back.
final thing I will say about Pokemon, for at least a moment, before I move on from that topic, at least temporarily, is the Team Rocket, Team Plasma leaked script that was, that for all intents and purposes, I've looked it over and I've compared it with all of the lost media stuff that we've seen from it. It's like, it's real, and it explains the end saga that happened later, why Pikachu had a giant energy ball. The one thing I will say about it is if you look at the leaked script, one thing that's fascinating is that Pikachu has like the Pika, it has all of the lines that Pikachu says, and next to it in parentheses, it has what is actually being said. So I guess maybe it's to help give the voice actress more direction when she's like emulating what Pikachu is trying to convey with a Pikachu. But I mean, we always knew that Pikachu had a language because Pika P was Satoshi, Pikachu was Team Rocket, and all of those other things. But if you really want to like deep dive, like somewhere out there, there's gotta be scripts for like all of these older episodes, like Pikachu's Goodbye, all of these other things where somewhere locked away, it's gotta be what Pikachu was actually saying somewhere for like all of these episodes. Yeah, PPP is Togepi, that's right. The Rosetta Stone for Pikachu. Yes, but that's. I mean, I haven't seen many other scripts that have been like leaked out there. I know that somebody like bought the original, I think, manuscript for like the third Pokemon movie before it became what it did, and that's never been leaked anywhere. Somebody just like threw a bunch of yen at it and it's never seen the light of day. So that'd be fascinating to see, but I don't know if this has been revealed yet, but the story is another example of the series having such a conservative spin, like her dad sits like a piece of shit or abandoned her mother, unless there's been more revealed that has shown him to be a nice dad. It's reports like he's abandoned us for a mistress and has crawled back now that he's sick, but he's family, so we need to forgive him, which I think, I think so too. I think it's kind of a, I mean, the other thing is, since they're not really a main character, they don't really go into a whole lot of detail. But yeah, basically they're just kind of showing up out of nowhere, and it's like, okay, I agree with you. It's not really it's not really any sort of big, fascinating anything relating to that. It was fake, and they didn't want to show off the manuscript because of that. I mean, I don't know. I don't think it was fake. I think we would have heard it was fake from somebody. But I mean, I guess, because I think they've had it like that auction was done like over 10 years ago. I mean, it's been a long time. So, and we've heard no news about it. Yeah, anime seems to love that storyline. I agree. But yeah, the Sun Social Link father is definitely not sympathetic. At first, I was confused, and I'm like, are we talking about Dojima? I don't think he's done any of those terrible things that you're saying. And then I'm like, oh, you mean the Sun Social Link. I went shopping today. The fridge is full of food. Let's see. We spend time with our real dad now. We won't become closer yet. If you're that bored, we'll have a seat. Spent time talking with Dojima. Or you spend. You feel a relationship is going to become closer soon. So I think next time it'll rank up whenever that next time happens to be.
Oh, Senpai.
Just what I needed. Rise forced herself under your umbrella. Best girl.
Gee,
This wind. I just bought a new umbrella and it's already broken. Sure, it's broken. I'm sure that's 100% what's going on. But I guess there was a silver lining. Hey, senpai, if you don't huddle in a little closer, your shoulder will get wet. I'll be fine. You don't think people will talk? I'm sexier when I'm soaked? I'll be fine. Come on, you don't have to get soaked. Oh, wait, maybe you're trying to make sure I don't get wet?
Thank
Aw,
you.
thanks. You're a real gentleman, senpai. This humidity is ruining my hair. It's taken some abuse from all the magazine photo shoots I've been in, so it's a little fragile. Thank you for the hydrate. Looks like we're going to the shopping district today. We'll have to remember to not go on autopilot. And on September 30th, I need to do the crane game until I get it. And hopefully I'll get it this time. That was a rough previous stream from Sunday, not Sunday, from Tuesday, just not getting it. You're starting to have the look of a real intellectual. That's great. Say, do you have a moment? There's something I'd like to talk to you about. Listen, I've gone and bought myself a huge bookcase, and I can charge my books on display after I've read them. I'm going to stop giving you pieces from my collection. Sorry. Well, I'll give you one more. But this is the last time. Will you hear me out? Oh, listen. You'll listen? Thank you. This isn't really a request. Think of it as a game. I want to see if you remember what my books have taught you. Okay, let's go. You have to answer 4 questions in a row, all right? A test of literary memory. Question 1. What fact isn't told in The Gentle Way? Origins of the techniques, judo trivia, judo medalist names. Correct. Question 2. What is the book The Punk's Way cover? How one could become a punk, how one should live as a punk, how one punk lived his life, how one should live as a punk. Correct. Way to go. Question 3. In Guide to Pest, how many pages were used per pest? 1 page per pest. 2 page, 3 page, 2. Correct. Just a little longer. Question 4. In Picross rules, what's the solution to get a gold medal winning puzzle? Hey, me, we. Me. Amazing, you got them all right. That really is surprising, to be honest. I didn't think you could get all of those. You really did read all the books I gave you. I'm so happy. It's fun to read a book, but I realize that it's fun to talk to someone about books, too. I learned this because of you, so thank you. Received, Who Am I? We did that, and so now it's time for the Strength Social Link. So we're going to go back to our after-school sports. Will you go into practice? We will attend soccer practice.
All right.
Let's go. Daisuke looks happy. Post stop to you on your way to practice. Okina City in front of Okina Station. So what's all this about? You made us skip out on practice, man. I think you owe us an explanation. Oh, there he is, Kochan. Hey, sorry for calling you here on such short notice. That's okay, we weren't doing anything anyway. What's going on? What does it look like? I set up a group blind date for us. Huh? Why didn't you tell me? You can hear the girls conversing with each other. They're from Yasugami High, huh? How'd they get here? By bus? Yeah, that's way out in the boonies. I wonder how they plan to get home. Maybe they're hoping we'll invite them back to our place, pervs. Well, I think they're passable as far as looks go, don't you? I'm out of here. Huh? No, wait!
Sorry.
Ladies, looks like tonight isn't going to work out. 3 of you rode back home on the bus in awkward silence. I wish that was just like the end of the social link right there and there. I don't think this scene deserves this music, but okay. The floodplain? I said wait, damn it! I never asked you to try and set me up with anyone. I only went because you told me it was important. Don't drag me into that BS. If you want to get a girlfriend, do it yourself.
I did it for you!
You're always going on about how girls are just a pain in the ass, but it's all an act.
What do you mean an act?
The quarrel starts to escalate. Stop them. Stay quiet and watch. Provoke them. Stop them.
Sorry.
He's right. Sorry, yelling won't solve anything. Cole looks apologetic. You're just scared. You hear that? Scared. Scared of what? Of girls. You're scared of being rejected again, aren't you? That's why you give them all the cold shoulder. You don't have to worry about if they already hate you, right? And it's no different for with soccer. You're half-assing it. You're scared to play seriously and hit your plateau. You're afraid that if you play hard, you'll be depressed when you can't improve anymore.
Huh?
Now you're just making things up. You take all the fun out of life if you never have to feel pain. What's the point in living like that? I don't need you to lecture me about my life. You got that?
You got that? It's my life. You guys have nothing to do with it.
Yes, we do. ... Yes, we do. Of course we do. What am I to you? What is you to you? And what are you to you? Dave is not working out. I'm not trying to make it this funny, but it just makes the scene not flow out so easily. What are you to you and me, huh? Don't tell like we have nothing to do with your life, dumbass.
Sorry.
Yeah. That is the canonical name. I didn't pick a name just to be funny. Ko's right. Girls are a pain in the ass. But I don't hate them, I'm just scared. They come up and say they like me. And then they tell me they can't understand me, they get disappointed and break up with me. It makes me wonder about myself. You're talking about that girl you dated in middle school, right? Dated? I don't think you could even call it that. I still remember she said, "You're not the guy I thought you were. The real Daisuke is the one on the field." When I think about going through all that again, I get scared or maybe lonely. It's hard to tell. Yeah, it felt like Huson's first sketch, didn't it? Or that one Rush Hour movie. Forget about her. There's always going to be people like that, but you have to just let them go and move on. But I can't let it go. I still have feelings. What'll happen to them? Ah, you really liked her, huh? After she asked me out, but she was my first girlfriend. I was thrilled. All I wanted to do was hold her close to me. Then you gotta go settle it. If you don't, you'll carry this baggage for who knows how long. You're too nosy, you know that? Yeah, what of it? Thanks.
Thanks.
You can be pretty sincere when you want to, Daisuke. That's his charm. Knock it off.
Get off.
Daisuke's face is red. You felt your bond strengthen with Ko and Daisuke. We are rank 8 now. I have one arm. I have 2 arms on my couch, one for each of them. If we ever want to have an album memory. Alright, you. It'll be your job to make sure Daisuke doesn't get cold feet about this thing. I won't, dang it. Sorry, I'm still thinking about the whole you thing.
Thanks, man.
3 of you had a good time before heading home. It was just such a ridiculous string of coincidental sentences.
Welcome home, big bro.
Welcome home, big bro. Okay, we checked the fridge. You open the fridge. There's a canister of camera film inside. You left it alone. Alright, so now we finished the Polyland book. And so now we've finished reading Polyland, and diligence has significantly increased and knowledge has as well. And now we're on the 28th. Oh, looks like we're finally going back to do the Devil Social Link. It's been a bit. Hey, we've got practice today. Look, if she comes, I'm gonna tell her. See you there. Maybe she'll show up to soccer practice after school. And it turned out that she was actually a robot. That's important. I recommend that you memorize the context. Oh man, I'm so hungry. Did you all eat? I had a big meal, but I'm still hungry. I should have eaten an apple for dessert. No 2, no 3. While we're on the subject of apples, what part of the human body has an apple in it? Anybody know? Oh, this one's pretty easy. I don't even need to look at the guide for that. Okay, Hanamura, give me a wild guess. You might surprise yourself. I don't want to guess. Just tell us already. Hey, you, do you know the answer? Ankles, knees, throat, temple, throat. You gave him the answer you think is correct. Good on you, Hanamura. The Adam's apple, or laryngeal prominence, is part of the human throat. Isn't that a funny name? The term comes from the biblical story of Adam, and that he got a piece of the infamous apple stuck in his throat. What a wimp. He couldn't even swallow the apple whole. Ha 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 ha. Wow, thanks you. You're a great help. Yosuke appreciates you. You feel you've become a little closer to Yosuke. An expression has increased. I only showed up to Bible stories like after the first 4 episodes. I'm assuming they skipped the lovely story of Apple getting stuck in his throat. Unless somebody wants to tell me to the contrary. But I was on vacation in Cape Cod, so I missed like all of those episodes. At least the first 2 batches, and then I caught every other one. Looks like we're doing the moon social. That happened to Scrat. Oh, okay. You could be lying to me and I'm not even sure. Did it actually happen to Scrat? Oh, wow. Oh, you.
Oh.
What do you want? You feel a relationship with Ai is going to become closer soon when you spend the afternoon? Yes. I don't
Sure.
have anything better to do. Ai looks almost happy. Rasagami High's shoe lockers. I told you she would be right back. What's up, you?
Yo.
Oh, the first couple were Adam and Eve. Okay, so they did cover that in the story. Our class had a guest speaker in the auditorium today, so... Oh yeah, you guys are both on the soccer team, huh? Hey, isn't Ai Abihara your manager? Seriously? Damn, now I'm jealous. Ai Abihara? Oh, her. She's never around. Hey, probably because she's always on the prowl for guys. Oh, okay. Yeah. You admittedly missed what Bible story was being talked. Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if he actually did choke on an apple or not. But I see that Mackenzie was saying the first couple were Adam and Eve. Oh, I missed the worst part of the Bible stories. Okay. Well, then I don't feel as bad. I think you guys said like the Tower of... There was a Tower of Babel, but I missed that part. Or is it Babel? I know that Babel is a word we use, but I never knew if it was Tower of Babel or Babel because I've only ever seen the red. Okay, so just like the story, I didn't know if you were saying like Scrat ate an apple, got it stuck in his throat, and that's how Adam's apple came to be Scrat's apple. Babel. Okay. People usually say Babel. Okay. I'm horrible with names. You probably noticed that. Probably because she's always on the prowl for guys. Yeah, I heard she's pretty loose. And doesn't she got like a sugar daddy or two? Yeah, she's stacking the paper. I wonder how much she gets paid. Damn, dude, don't hold back or anything. You think it's a cheaper market out here in the boonies? I don't know, man. This is premium grade high school tail we're talking about. And with a body like that? Seriously, just look at her hips. The conversation is getting more and more vulgar. Stop them, ignore them, stop them. The conversation stopped abruptly. It seems Daisuke was also offended. Knock it off, guys. Maybe someone should spread some rumors about you and we'll see how you like it. Alright. Oh shit, I'm gonna be late for the meeting. Yeah, that is a pretty gross thing to say. I'm just the messenger. Please don't shoot me.
Sorry.
I'm just reading what's being said. Sorry about that. Sounds like they got the hots for our manager. They were talking like that at practice too, but don't worry, I'll yell at them later, man. You sense Daisuke's consideration. I'll see you later.
See ya.
Did you hear them? Let's go. Did you hear them? They were practically yelling. It's not like that kind of stuff really bothers me. I expect it. They don't even know me. Why should I care what they think? I'm fine. But thanks. I blushes happily. You feel like you understand I even better now. Yeah, I mean, because I remember like most of our characters are 16 except Kanji is 15, and we're in like class 2, and then I know the higher floor is class 3, so we're not fully however grade wise that translates, we're not in the final grade by any stretch. So yeah, they're relatively young. And considering we're like classmates class-wise with people in that same level, yeah, so I think that kind of gives a good frame of reference for how old everyone else in our class is. Yaya Bihara Social Link has reached level 4. Unfortunately, I don't know how the school system works in terms of like how high school works with those classes. I just know that they're important to be in like 1 is different than like 2 is different than like 3. Power to create personas of the Moon Arcana has grown. But they're in high school here. I'm gonna head home, and you're gonna walk with me. You walked Ai to her house and went home.
Welcome back.
Oh yeah, package came for you. It's on the table over there. Diet food combo. You can work as a hospital. Work as a hospital. I keep doing that. Work at the hospital as a janitor. Oh. Okay. Go to the shopping district. Almost to October. And so all of this is the same as the previous times I've read it. Hey you, can you stop cleaning here? We're going to be needing this room, so can you get all your cleaning supplies out of here? Is there an emergency at this time of night? Uehara-san, one of the nurses just collapsed. She needs to rest, but the doctors on break are using the lounge, so she seems overworked. Don't tell anyone I said that, okay? I'd rather not get hauled in for a review. Here, help me. A nurse laid Sayoko down on the bed and injected her with a syringe. You didn't have to do that. I was just a little wobbly. Overworking, I hear. It's important to rest. And what if there's no time to rest? There's always work waiting for me. I'm lucky they didn't tie me down with an IV. I'm alright now. I'll be going. It seems Sayoko is still set on continuing to work. What should you do? Physician, heal thyself. Can you help anyone now? Don't do it all yourself. What? Why are you acting so high and mighty? I mean, I might be able to save someone's life. I need to do what I can. I can't spend time worrying about myself. Otherwise, I'll never be able to face him again. Would he want that? You're just doing it for yourself. You're just running away. Would he want that? Of course he would. Wouldn't he? Oh, I see. I was doing it for myself. I wanted to escape the pain. I was working hard to avoid feeling anything at all. I see that now. I'm so stupid. Sayoko seems to be holding back tears. I get it. Yeah, I get it.
Thank you.
Sayoko tries to smile. You feel that you were able to give Sayoko some support. Rank 9. I'm going to rest for a little while longer. You can go now. Don't look at me. Okay, I see. And Kanji was the youngest of our crew. I mean, Teddy doesn't really have an age equivalent, so... Hey, You're free after school, right? Will you spend the day with I? Apparently yes. Invite her, spend time. Really? Then I'll see you later. You said this in the afternoon with I. Was that not the right option? Oh no, it was. It was. Okay, it was the invite that they wanted to emphasize. Okay. I thought like I was needing to sit at my desk and then like share my lunch like we had done on other occasions, but apparently not. That's not what we needed to do. We just needed to accept the invite. That's why they bifurcated it by lunchtime, spend time, after school, moon rank 5. Got it. Okay. Apparently we're maxing out Dojima this evening, so I get to replace Dojima's persona with another later. At least Dojima's a Hierophant with something else. You recall that you have made plans with someone. You should be going soon. Yasugami High Rooftop. I yanked your arm all the way up here.
You
Hey,
know.
thank you for
Thanks.
that last time. What are you talking about? You're welcome. I didn't do much. You're welcome. I was, you know, happy. I looks embarrassed. I'm in a weird mood. Every time I think about what happened, I can feel my heart beat faster and I hardly sleep at night. What should I do? I think
What should I do? I think I'm in love.
it's funny, isn't it? Like, why now? I just keep thinking back on that day. And about
It's
Daisuke-kun.
Daisuke-kun.
Do you know if he has a girlfriend? Do you think maybe I'm his type, or do you think he hates people like me? He probably does. Have a little confidence. I wouldn't know. ... Have a little confidence. You're right. I nod seriously. I'm not used to things like this. You're the only one I can turn to. Eyes looking at you with pleading eyes. You feel your relationship with Ai deepen as she reveals a side of herself you've never seen before. Rank 5? Come on, please. You'll help me, right? All I need you to do is ask him what's his type. That's it. No problem. Thank goodness. You don't have to do it today or anything, but please. You parted with
Thank
Ai in
you.
silence and went home.
Welcome back.
I went shopping today. The fridge is full of food. Did I think I checked the fridge that one evening and it was a roll of film, I think. Alright, it's time to max out Dojima. I'm gonna refresh my capture card real fast. Because I haven't done it all stream. So I was about to say, it's been 57 minutes already. It's probably because I talked about Pokemon for like 2/5 of the stream. There we go.
Hey!
Hey you, what's wrong? Bored? We'll spend some time with Dojima.
Ah,
You're that bored, we'll have a seat. Dojima sighs, but it looks a bit happy.
you know, I just looked outside. Let's take a walk in a bit. There's somewhere I want to go with you and Nanako. Oh, and here, have this.
Your obtained coffee mug.
It's the same kind that Nanako and I use. This is your personal mug. Write your name on it later.
Oh, thank you for hydrating the audience, McKenzel. balking at the idea of Nanako going shopping. Why in particular? How could you send a 6-year-old to the grocery store? I don't. I mean, I don't know. It seems like on the one hand, you could argue that, oh, it's Japan and things are a lot more lax. You can take the subway system all by yourself, but like 3 people got murdered here. You think that maybe you wouldn't do it, but I don't know. It's weird because it's like you don't want you, because he was like really strict on us leaving in the evening, but I guess not Nanako. So I think you have a point. I think your point is well founded, because even if you were to say, well, it's different in Japan, people have died, and he as a in the police business would have been like, no way. Thank you. What am I using now? My name? That's okay. Thank you.
No problem.
Take good care of it. Dojima's smiling cheerfully.
We're family. So I'll fill yours and Nanako's mugs anytime. Don't forget that.
Ready, Dad?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go, big bro.
Yeah, I suppose that's correct, considering, like, getting an entire fridge full of food filled up. That's pretty insane. Like, completely filling up the fridge? It's like... and, like, a roll of film and other odd stuff we found in there from time to time. Yeah, that's true. Tamagawa Riverbank.
It's scary at night, but it's fun with you and Big Bro.
Don't fall in.
Why'd we come here?
Well, you've been saying all the time how you wanted to come here, right? Let's come again on a nicer day. We can have a picnic.
To be fair, when you're inside Junes, you don't get hit by cars when you're inside the building on the 2nd floor. Every day's great there.
Yeah! Yay! Can I go closer to the river? The fish might be sleeping.
All right, all right. Watch your step, okay?
Okay.
That look on her face. I haven't seen it in a long time. Huh. I am gonna keep up my search for the criminal who ran over Chisato.
And the real twist is it was Nanako the whole time. Like, just she got a car to get all of the groceries lugged back, and she hit her own mother. It's gonna be one horrific twist. Case closed.
This time, it's not to escape from anything. I'm just doing it because I'm a detective. Seems I forgot something as basic as that. You made me remember what's important to me. I owe you for that. This town is my town. It's the place where you and Nanako live. That's why I'm gonna live on, protecting this place. As a detective, as a father.
Dojima has a refreshing smile on his face. You feel a tight bond between you and Dojima. Well, it's hard for her to get run over when she's stuck inside the house all the time, except for the few moments where she's able to go out and shop and apparently go to school off screen a lot. We have maxed out Hierophant, Genuine Bond, and we can now make Koryu. We've mastered the Social Link, the Almighty Guardian.
Wait, I said!
Oh, damn it, he's still after us!
What the? Hey, that's... You there! What's wrong?
Detective Dojima? I'm sorry to bother you while you're off duty.
Now don't sweat it. Who are they?
Oh, it's that group of juvie thieves. You know, the one that's been the talk of the town?
Thieves. Those punks.
Dad, going?
Yeah. Arresting the bad guys is your father's job. Sorry, but take care of Nanako.
Go get him. Be careful. Leave it to me.
Right.
Big smile spread across Dojima's face.
Don't you know who I am? I'm Detective Dojima of the Inaba PD, feared by punks and thugs citywide. Don't you two worry about me. Head on home, okay? All right, stop right there, you punks!
Very nice of them to wait while we had those extra lines of discussion.
Go get him, Dad! He's so cool. Let's go home. I need to get the bath ready. Oh, and let's make a late night snack. I'm hungry.
Talked about what you could prepare as you walked home. Yes. We have not met very many... none of our interactions with the cops so far have been great, have they? Senpai, do you have some spare time after school? Do we? Let's see. Today's the 3rd. Yes. Looks like we are spending time. Oh shoot. Oh shoot. Shoot. Oh no, this is bad. Oh, this is awful. Oh, wait a minute. No, hold on. When does the next... That's what I mean. That's the problem. Because I'm not going to be able to go there at night. Oh no. When is the... I don't have to get it on the 30th. I could do it on another day, but the odds are going to suck. I'm just going to take a look at the Crane game figures, Persona 4 Golden. Let me take a look. Persona 4 Golden. Okay, looks like this one's going to be there all the way through, it's not going to change until November 6th, so we've got a good amount of time. Okay, so never mind. We'll be okay. Do you have some spare time after school? There's something I want you to hear. We spent the day with Rize? No, I didn't rather. That's why I was debating so internally as to, like, is this gonna be okay? Is this gonna be okay? Spend time with Rize.
Thank you, Senpai.
Yeah, I could get it on 10th. Well, let's see. Let's find out. I'm gonna jump ahead to 10:30 and read the day. Actually, no, I can't. Apparently, some scenes are going to be happening that day that won't let me do it on the 30th either. I'm just going to have to bite the bullet and soft reset one day. So honestly, I think the best way to do this is to end the stream, whenever I do end my stream, at a point where I can save scum to get the figure. And then just like leave it there, and then that way when the weekend happens, I can have the figure. And we can just, skip the nonsense of trying to grind for it on stream. Like, I only reserve grinding those types of RNG events for like really, really important things like golden piss potties and all sorts of fun stuff like that. You decide to spend the afternoon with Rize. Why did I say Rize? This is events for today. We're now to recover. Time to hang out. Hill overlooking town. You came here at Rise's solemn request.
Senpai, I thought about it. Why my mind just went blank when I heard about Konami. I ran away from showbiz because I was tired of being an idol. So I shouldn't have had any problems. And yet, I felt so angry about it. Why do you think that is?
Oh, I'm not worried about that. That kind of save scumming, like it's very low effort save scumming. I can easily just like mash the X button while I'm doing like anything else. It's not like I'm having to like hyper focus on that type of save scumming. It's pretty easy to do. You regret leaving. You're selfish. Rosette is Rise too.
Yeah. You knew all along, huh? But really, that's how it was. Risette's name in lights, idolized by the masses. That was me, too. I didn't want to lose that me.
Say smiling sheepishly.
There's no way to become someone else. I ran away from my plain, gloomy self. Then I ran away from my idol self. Right now, I'm the homicide detective self, I guess. I would have run away from that as well if I didn't realize. I've been trying to become how I wanted to be. I pick a role. When I'm through with it, I continue chasing the real me by picking another role. When in fact, those roles are all me. I don't want to run away anymore. I don't want to search somewhere else for myself. I'm gonna hang in there, as the complete me.
Sis spoke her mind, looking straight at you. You feel your relationship with Rise has grown deeper. Rise's determination battle has been enhanced even further. She can now protect the party at times. If an ally would fall to an attack that hits the entire party, Rise will block it once.
I'm glad I came to this town. After all, it's where I met you. I have to go home now. I wish time would just stop.
We walked Rise to her house and went home.
Oh, welcome home, big bro.
You can work as a janitor of the hospital today. It is time to max out Nanako. Not one, but two maxed ones this stream. It's going to rain soon. The TV said so. Yes, Nanako looks as if she's not doing anything. We'll spend the evening.
Yeah.
Okay, yay! Nanako looks happy.
I got a phone call from Dad. He's coming home. Let's make dinner together, big bro. There's a lot to do today.
Nanako is more cheerful than usual.
I bought a bunch of dishes, pickled radish and veggies at Junes. Big bro, can you make a salad?
Sure thing, I think. I eat salad for breakfast, sure thing.
Right then, you can be the salad maker. And I'll be the egg sunny side up maker.
Nanako looks really happy.
We have to start eating our vegetables from now on. A well-balanced diet is important.
Nanako confidently repeats this as if she heard it from somewhere else.
My teacher said that families help each other. After Mom died, Dad and me have both been lonely. But I have Dad. And I need to do my best so Dad doesn't feel lonely either. You're my family too. So, let's work hard together.
Don't strain yourself, let's do it, but I'm not your mom. Let's do it.
Yeah!
Nanako looks really happy.
Oh, yeah. I'm giving this to you.
Your pained family picture. It has Nanako and her parents in it.
Dad made extra copies. Your family too, so you should have a family picture. Let's get a picture of you and me and Dad all together one day. I love you, big bro.
Feel a warm sense of love from Nanako. You can feel a tight bond between yourself and Nanako. And now Thrausha, the ultimate form of justice, can now be used. But we are well under the level to be able to do that. The Scourge of Evil.
We need to hurry or Dad'll be home before we're done.
We prepared dinner with Nanako.
I'm home.
Dad, welcome home.
Yeah.
I made dinner with Big Fro today. We made salad and a bunch of other stuff.
I see. Good work, Nanako.
Go wash your hands. Hurry, sit down.
She's really cheerful. I'm sure it's thanks to you.
A couple of things. Number one, the biggest thing is that if you're fusing, this game is all about fusing personas. I know it's more than just talking to people and having social links. There's actually gameplay involved in this, beyond that as well. You can fuse different personas that have different abilities. The more higher your level is, the more bonus EXP you get for a fusion. So if you fuse a level, 34 persona, it might actually end up leveling up 2 levels if you're a higher, if you have higher rank, and you get abilities that you unlock at certain levels. So when you fuse certain persona, you might immediately unlock some of their higher level abilities by doing this. And also the ultimate personas of that particular arcana are gatekeep behind getting a max social link. So that's really the one of the main benefits. Some games have endings tied toward having certain characters at a high enough social link or not having them at a high enough social link. So in some instances, it is important to max them out, or you get certain endings that you may not want, or you may get an ending that's not a true ending. But for Nanako, I don't want to say a whole lot about Nanako, but ultimately, Alice is a pretty amazing persona. I haven't used it too much, but it basically just kills everything that's not immune to it. In essence, because it has such a high chance of insta-death.
Dad, Big Fro, hurry, hurry.
I got it. Let's eat then.
The three of you sat around the table and enjoyed each other's company. We made it to October! We did it! A lot is going to happen. Speaking of personas and fusing them, I will do that in a moment. But I do need to talk to one of the students in Practice Building 2F. And then I need to go to the Velvet Room, because we actually need a persona in our inventory that I don't have. I actually need Tower in my persona slots, and I need to have Fortune. And it just so happens that Hierophant and Justice are finished now, so I can swap them out. But the bad news is I don't actually have any Fortune personas or Tower. I'll have to fuse them today. So I need to keep inventory of what I have so I can put the missing ones back in, because I'm going to have to start fusing different combinations and then putting them back in my party. It'll make more sense once I get there. No, I haven't. I really haven't. And that's specific because I'm basically using all of them as like social link placeholders. They're all like HM slaves, so to speak. I'm not really doing anything combat wise yet, because I'm so focused on maxing out all the social links in one playthrough. But it's gonna eventually this is gonna fall off to where there's not gonna be 12 outstanding social links I need to do. There's gonna be like, 10, then 8, then 6. and I can have competitive ones in the other slots. Right now, it's really hard to just do that, because I may have to swap one out at any given time. So, get what? My dad's been pretty down ever since he shut down his plastic model shop. I was wondering what I could do. Then I thought maybe I could round up all the regular kids who used to go there, but they said they wouldn't come see him unless I gave them some badges. I was going to give them the ones from Shiroku's, but they don't look like those. I don't know where else to look. Leave it to me. Really? Alright, well the kids said they want proof of passion. There are 3 kids in all, so I guess I'll need 3 badges. I'm so sorry, but I'll leave it to you. Yeah, I'm not gonna 100% the Persona Dex. You handed her the proof of passion. Ah, that's them. Thank you so much. I wonder if these will make Dad happy. Sorry for dragging you through this. I know I've been relying on you a lot lately. This is for you. My mom wanted me to thank you for her too. Receive bead wrapped in cloth. Like Persona 5 Royal as an example of like the social links. I'm not going to give an outright spoiler. But to get the best ending, you have to reach certain social links for at least 2 characters in Royal. If you don't get the true ending, no matter what choices you've otherwise made. And it can be kind of brutal in that regard. Let's see. So it was Fortune and Tower, right? Yes. So let's go to the Central Shopping District. We have a Marie poem to read. Yeah, Golden, I believe is yes. From what I understand, I only need to max out 1. Yeah, I'm not guess who's not fusing all 179 because I don't have to. Something is different. Marie's nowhere to be found. There's another piece of paper on the floor. Something is written on it in violent handwriting.
My list. The hated. People who are all talk. Lying grown-ups. Keeping up appearances. Hypocrites. Myself. I hate myself. Dumbass. The light. Animals. Only cute ones, though. Like cats. Milk tea. I like lemon too, though. Black. Blue. Gray, too. Only dark gray. And me.
Must be another of Maria's poems. Ah!
What is
I
this?
told you not to read these. Why do you keep reading them? Are you stupid or something, idiot? This is just a note. A note. Do you understand? Say it. It's a note. You think you only see Margaret's eyes narrow, but only for an instant. You're at the top of my list now. I hate you so much, you lying hypocrite. Just stop. Just please, stop reading these. Marie returns to her seat, blushing furiously. Okay, so now we are going to check our compendia, and we need to register Amino Izume. We need to fuse our results. We need Tower. Doesn't matter which. This one uses Aeon. I'd prefer not to use that. Okay, so let me write down which ones I'm fusing with, because I have to put them all back. Okay. So let me get... to here. Okay, I'm going to be fusing Magician, Sun, Emperor away for Tower. We'll pass along some skills. We're going to get Masuzukaja, Maragian. Of course, we don't have any social link fused with those yet, so we get no bonus EXP. We're forces you stay on Executioner Lane. I'm the undefeatable one who swears loyalty for you. Alright, and now we need Fortune. Okay, we can just barely make Kofa. Okay. It uses Tower, so I'm gonna have to call Tower back. So it's gonna get rid of Temperance, Moon, Tower. Pass along. Again, Mahama. Deathbound does heavy to everybody, which might be pretty good, honestly. And there's like a really low chance, 1 out of 64, that something can go wrong in the fusion process and you get an unexpected result, or a really high level persona, or a really buffed stat-wise persona. And that was the very first thing that happened when I fused in this playthrough, was I got the very first fusion was a fusion accident. And I wish I had done that live, but it was whenever I was in the dungeon off stream. And like I'm like, nobody's gonna believe me! Nobody's gonna believe I got the 1 at 64. Granted, PS5, you know, it saves all trophy scenes that happen, so I have video footage of it, but like that could have been any fusion attempt. That doesn't necessarily have to be the first one. So I have no proof it's actually the first, but it's the first. Alright, so let me exit out of here first. I got a rare pull. We need to get rid of you. Out of here. Okay, so we do have Justice. So we'll get rid of Justice as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now I'm going to go back in and compendium the 6 that I'm missing. Okay. So check compendium, view compendium. So we need Magician. Doesn't we'll just take Pixie. Doesn't have to just be any. And then Sun. Or Emperor. Emperor's on the list. Emperor, Temperance, Moon. There's Temperance. Power. Moon. And then Sun. And that should have everybody that I need. I'll just take a quick look at the fusion menu just to make sure it has all the right... Wrong one. Normal fusion, so I can see them all. There we go. Yeah, that looks correct. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so everybody's there. Needs to be there. Tower's in there, Fortune's in there. Hierophant and Justice are now gone. So we are all set to go there. I think it is a good time for me to get up and stretch. I don't think I'll be streaming for terribly longer, probably about another 20-30 minutes. But I am going to get my tail up, and I suggest everybody have a good hydration. I will be back. Yes, I've leveled it up a lot. You have to also remember, though, Mackenzel, that after you battle, there is a chance that one of the shuffle time cards actually is an instant level up. And so that I've had a couple of times happen. But yeah, that doesn't excuse the fact that we're actually at a really, really high level right now. And I mean, I'm not trying to get to level 99 stats for everything. But that may very well happen by the end of this playthrough. Let me see. Let me scroll back down to October 1st, because we have other things we need to do. We have a brand new social link we need to start today. Let's see. So we did the desk refurbishing, we did the Velvet Room. We need to accept a tutor job. I don't know if this is a good social link or not, because I'm just going to be blunt, I don't really remember this one. So that's not a good sign. Everybody else I at least remember, but there's a bulletin board. There are several job openings posted. Which one do I want to read? Translator, see others, tutor. Requires high understanding, 10,000 yen. Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday night. Boost my expression. Take the job? Yes. You feel that your understanding is sufficient for this job. You have taken the tutoring job. You can leave from the bus stop Tuesday, Thursday, or Saturday night. That's it. That's all we need to do for right now. And I think we can max out Hermit. 3 maxing outs in one streams, but we didn't need a matching persona for this one. This is the shrine's main building. What will I do? Well, I don't know yet. Do I have the sufficient stats to do this? I need enthralling expression. Okay, I've got it. We're good. You made sure there's no one around and called for the fox. Fox is trying to tell you something. Your expression is enthralling, so you can understand the fox's feelings. It seems the fox is worried about the offertory box. The offertory box is empty. What happened to all the offerings collected by the fox? Alright, out of the way, I said. A construction crew came and began working. The offertory box and Tori are now made of glittering gold. It seems the money the fox was saving up was used for this. God, you helped my friend when he needed you. Please grant my wish too. I bought some of my allowance. The child threw in an offering. Oh God, granter of our wishes, please hear mine. I'll give you as much as you like. The lady threw in a large offering. It seems those who have heard of the blessed blessings bestowed by the shrine have come to pay their respects. At this rate, the offertory box will be full in no time. Yep. The fox looks exuberant. The fox went and picked up an Ema in its mouth. Obtained gratitude, Ema. Ema. The Ema has the fox's footprints all over it. It seems to be a token of the fox's gratitude. You feel an indescribable bond with the fox. Thank you, Scrat. I appreciate it. We did it! We maxed out Scrat. We can now make Ongyo Ki, ultimate form of the Hermit Arcana. And Ongyo Ki, the Shadow Dweller. By reinforcing your bond, the fox will discount the price of its services inside the TV. The fox is radiating vigor. It'll probably continue its work to revive the shrine. It's getting late. You say goodbye to the fox, who looked somber and went home. Yes, the most powerful Scrat. Hello, Nine Arachna. How are you doing?
Oh, welcome
I've been
back.
curious how things have been going since you last reported in. I hope things have been going okay. I'm gonna sit back down. You can work as a tutor today. Tutor today? Oh, I thought I was gonna be given an actual prompt as to whether I should or should not. Looks like we get to save here and then go in to the bus stop. Tired and lots of packing. I'm doing okay. It's been my father's birthday today. We had a lovely dinner. It's the quietest day I've had all week, except I've done 11 hearings, so it's still been busy, but only one today compared to the 3, 4 previous days. 2 tomorrow, so still a pretty hectic week. Thank you. Appreciate that. He is 77 now. And he's probably going to outlive all of us, if I had to guess. I literally just left the house and went back in the house. Yes, that's exactly right. That's exactly what, word for word, what happened in Bible Tales. We just kept solving everybody's problems, and Scrat just kept getting paid money. Bus stop is over here. Time to go to tutoring. Tutor today? Yes. You decided to work as a tutor today.
I'm Shu Nakajima.
Oh, now I remember this kid. As soon as I see his face, I'm like, oh yeah, this guy. I remember you. A couple of your family members lived to be way up there. That's good. At first, I thought I missed the part of the sentence that said to be. And all I saw was a couple of your family members lived way up there, and I'm like, up where? I was trying to figure out where they were, but that's very good to hear that longevity is part of your family tree. I'm sorry, he's just a shy boy, but he's so smart, you know. He's got the highest score in his class in his last test, and the teacher.
Mom!
Enough of that. We're going to study now, so get out. Oh, of course, dear. I don't want to bother you while you're learning. But still, Yukun, was it? I hear Yasugami High's scores are starting to climb up there. Shu's already in the second year of middle school, so he needs to start thinking of applying to high schools. Well, knowing him, I'm not worried about getting into a good school, but when it's time for college... Mom, that's enough, I said. Oh my, I guess you're right. Well then, Yukun, please make sure you teach him well. Study hard, Shu-chan, okay? Son, right? Let me tell you up front, I have no intention of attending Yasugami High. The cram school that I was going to wasn't that good, so I decided I needed to switch to private tutoring. You were the only one available, so... If you think you're inadequate, I'll have you replaced... If I think you're inadequate, I'll have you replaced immediately. Remember that. Nice to meet you. Don't worry about me. Wow, you're a little prick. I'm gonna pick that. I'm used to hearing that. Then... What should we start with? I don't have any subjects that I'm particularly bad at. I feel confident that you should teach him math, English, PE. That is the actual answer. Great-grandmother passed at 101. And great-grandma was at 114. Wow. Yeah, they had a very long life. That's amazing that they got up that high. I know my mother's father got to be, I believe, 93 when he passed. I wish I could say it was pleasant, but he had developed Alzheimer's, quite a bit. I would say probably more towards the 80s. Like it would be, well, that's kind of a misnomer. By the time you have Alzheimer's to that degree, it's already been there for like years. So he probably had it in the 70s, became apparent in its 80s, and then he was in a care facility in his 90s. But I'm glad they lived as long. I'm glad your parents lived as long as they did. PE. That's not funny. Shu fixes you with an icy glare, but you ignore it. Your diligence has increased. You tutored Shu. He grasps concepts quickly, he answers the problems you have for him in no time at all. You worked hard in explaining the subject to him in an easy to understand manner. Your expression has increased, your knowledge has increased. We'll continue next time. You're a good tutor, it was easy for me to understand what you were talking about. I'm sure my natural intelligence has something to do with that as well, of course. You're more than welcome to come again whenever you have the time. I'll keep working on my own pace as well, so please come teach me again. You're accepted as a new tutor. You've become acquaintances with Shu Nakajima, the snooty tutoring pupil. You feel a faint bond forming between you. Both oddly healthy until the end, when I used walkers until the last couple of years. Yeah, I know my mother had to end up, not my mother, my grandmother on the mother's side had to end up using a wheelchair towards the end, but for a while she was up and walking. I know my posture is horrible. I know people are very attached to this chair I've got over here, but it is not good. It doesn't have a fixed back where I can like lean on it easy, so I'm always like hovering somewhat above the chair when I sit, and that's like really, really bad for my back and posture. So eventually I'm gonna have to get a better chair. Hashtag end of a chaira. I'll have to get a better, like an actual chair that I can lean back on, because I am starting to pay for it. I'm still doing yoga and everything to keep limber, but like that's only gonna stave off the inevitable, which is that this chair is gonna have to go. So I'm gonna get a better chair. I promise that's gonna be my gift to myself this Christmas, is to get a chair that I can actually appropriately sit and lean up against, so I'm not having to do this hunchback nonsense. If I sit on the side, it works better. If I put my foot down to like prevent it from leaning back manually and like forcibly put my arm here, then I can almost simulate it, but not really. So yeah, I'll get myself a better chair. Yeah, I agree with Mackenzel. I will get a better chair. I promise everybody I'll get a better chair for myself. But I promised people I would tell everybody I'd give people at least a goodbye to my chair before I do it. Because honestly, it needs to go. It looks horrible. You have not seen the seat itself. Like, you will not believe I'm sitting on it when you see how bad it looks.
Goodbye.
Stream redeemed to force me to get a new chair. Yes, with no cooldown. So I get a chair, and then 5 seconds later, oh my god, I gotta get another one. Goodbye. Yeah, 32 at best. I see. I hope you can last a little longer than that. Kids would be cats anyway. I'd feel too bad, given how busy I get sometimes. I worry about I don't know, I guess I'd feel like I'd have to take care of them constantly. Maybe that's not always true. But I'd feel so responsible that I would worry incessantly about them. All you could do now is wait for Naoto's recovery. What should you do today? Whoever it is, I'm saying no.
Hello? It's me, Chie.
Hey, let's go out today. I'll pass.
Aw.
I see. But maybe next time, bye. We've already maxed out your social link. Your services are no longer required. We're going to watch the shopping program? And we have the choice between Peach Battlesuit or Red Goldfish, which that's the one we're gonna buy, because we have to feed the cat. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I wouldn't be happy only seeing a cat one time a week, though. That's the... I'd want to see a cat more often than that. Death rank 5. I have heard that repeatedly, and I'm gonna have to assume that everybody is talking with some level of knowledge from owning a cat, and that it's probably true.
My.
Ryukan, I'm happy to see you. Asano smiles gently. You feel the relationship with Asano is going to become closer soon, so we'll spend the day with her.
Yes.
I'd be happy to. Asano smiles gently. I'm happy we could meet again. Why do you keep coming back? It must be boring listening to this old bag stories. It's actually interesting. Or I'm just killing time, which you didn't select. Well, you're just a special boy, aren't you? Asano smiles cheerfully. Enough about me. I want to hear something from you. Tell me anything. Talk about school, talk about the city, talk about girls, talk about school. You told Asano about school. Is that so? You must be brilliant in your classes. I'm starting to think you shouldn't be wasting your time talking to an old lady like me. Asano smiles cheerfully. I wish I could listen to your stories forever and ever. Asano is thanking you for spending time with her. You feel the relationship has grown even deeper? Oh, 3 cats there, and your best friend has 5 cats. Wow. That's a lot. I don't know if I could ever have that many. I feel like I'd have 1 cat at most. If I were to ever do it.
But I do
not want to see you anymore. Why not? I'm hurt, but I want to see you. Why not?
I'm sorry.
You just remind me of him too much. Asano smiles sadly. Thank you for
you.
everything.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Asano left. After saying she didn't want to see you again, she left without giving you a chance to respond. What should you do? The sun has set, so you decided to go home. I know my sister's cat, Dante, is pretty chubby. Big cat. I went shopping today. The fridge is full of food, says Nanako. We're going to read the book. That we just got. Oh. You received a text message. It's probably about a movie that we're not going to watch. It's from Kanji. Hello, Senpai. Do you like movies? There's this new movie out called Dachiko Story. And I'm just a sucker for movies about dogs. If you're going to see it, would you let me know so I could come too? The movie Kanji wanted to watch is now being shown at the theater. If you go to the movie theater, perhaps you should invite Kanji. I hope there's a point in this guide where things will finally calm down, where I can actually do movies. I think that'd be great. Sofa looks nice for some reading. What shall you do? Read a book. Read Who Am I? Begin reading Who Am I? The connections between gods, the truth of the universe, and human life is detailed in this book. In fact, the lack of basic explanation makes the material quite difficult to follow. And we could read more than normal. There's still pages left. We'll save them for next time. Yeah, the thing that's helpful is that we have like such a big yard in the backyard, which I think would really, really help them out. But it'd be too easy to get onto the fence, so they'd have to be supervised for sure. Plus, the neighbor has a dog that I could lead against my back window, without even stepping outside, and that dog will probably just go nuts. Like the slightest movement far away from their house, they'll just go crazy. I'm not even anywhere near their yard. Alright, we're done talking about blood now. Hey, we still have a little time left. I guess I'll keep talking then. Speaking of blood, do you know what dragon's blood is? It's nothing like the fantasy novel, not actually the blood of a dragon. Dragon's blood is bright red resin taken from a plant called Dracana. It was valued in the old days as an almighty medication, and it actually had the ability to reduce inflammation. The people of old were such romantics, they called true resin dragon's blood. We listened to the lecture intently. Knowledge has increased, and now we have gone from professor to sage. Yeah, that's true. We don't have a fence anywhere that high. I don't think our neighbor would like that.
What's up?
Hey, how's it going? Do they want me to hang out with him? Oh yeah, if you're not busy today, can you come somewhere with me? They're supposed to want to go. We'll think about it, okay? Okay, I don't get a choice. I have to just go see him. So apparently we ranked up knowledge way, way early. Because we're supposed to have our knowledge greatly increased later, and they still don't have the rank up. So we actually, probably because of the save scumming we did, at the beginning before the guy told us to save Scum. We'll just jump right up to the doors and just perch there. That's pretty cute. I think Yosuke is right here. Yeah, I know, that is kind of odd, isn't it? Don't get an orange one, they're all crazy. Except for Garfield. Well, I guess Garfield's crazy in his own right.
Yo!
Yo, you, if you're free, want to go somewhere? Yosuke wants to go somewhere. So you have Pixie, who might get along, could be closer. Let's see, so in the afternoon?
Alright!
Let's go then. Yosuke looks happy. The hill overlooking town. Yosuke brought you here.
I hated this place when I first came to Inaba. You can tell how small the town is from up here. But looking at it now, it's a nice town.
Yosuke is smiling sadly. Cheer up. Still sad about Saki-senpai? Be a man. Stand up straight. Cheer up.
If it were only that easy.
Yosuke has a self-mocking smirk on his face.
I want to tell Saki-senpai something.
Oh, you did one of your skills way early in 3, and in September you're already maxed. That's pretty great. Yeah, Courage was like maxed super early. We maxed it so early, it was unbelievable. And we've upgraded it even beyond that so many times by doing the hospital and the beef bowl challenge and everything else.
That what's important isn't where you are. This town I hated so much, now I love it. I mean, there's still nothing here, but I have family and friends and you. The important things are never far off. They're all around you.
Yosuke seems a bit embarrassed.
I always wanted to be special. I thought my life would finally have meaning if I was special to someone. That's why I was really excited when I got my persona. But I really didn't need it. It's not what you have or what you can do. Just being born, living your life. Before you know it, you're already special to someone.
I think I've maxed out 3 stats, possibly 4. I think expression and diligence aren't maxed yet. I think I have 3 maxed. You're right. That's not true. I don't get it. You're right.
Yeah, like you. You're special to me, you know?
Yosuke is rubbing his nose. You can feel Yosuke's warm trust. You feel a relationship with Yosuke has grown deeper. Yosuke's determination in battle has been enhanced. He can now take a mortal blow for me.
Alright, let's see if we can find everyone's house from here.
Oh, no problem at all.
There's Junes, and that's the main street, so my house is there. The one with that funky roof.
I'm glad you're able to stop on by. I'm only going to be live for like a couple more minutes. I'm getting ready to wrap things up. This is actually the second stream I've done today. I did a shorter stream earlier the day, then I went out with my dad for dinner with the rest of the family, and now I'm doing my second part of the stream. So we're getting ready to wind up here too. You'll stay. Okay, that's sweet. Yeah, I won't be doing much more. We're gonna finish reading a book, and we're gonna start the October 4th. I just want to kind of get a frame of reference as to when the next dungeon is going to be. I want to just kind of look ahead for a moment. When is the social link? Or the dungeon? Is it in November? Okay, it looks like it's November 11th that the next dungeon's going to be, so we've got a little bit to go before we have to worry about doing any dungeoning. And it's got some pretty memorable music.
Meaning yours is...
Spent a long while with Yosuke.
Welcome back.
So let's check the fridge. You open the fridge. Like 4 days from now, not ready. Yes, no, not our November, unfortunately. There's a huge piece of shortcake covered with a huge blob of whipped cream. Eat it? Guy doesn't say to eat it. He left it alone. We need to read. I'm gonna finish reading Who Am I? Knowledge has significantly increased. Diligence has significantly increased. The reason why I'm not ending the stream right now is because, like I said, I need to do the crane game. So I need to save during a day where I have where I'm after school. So, alright, great baton work. It's the most important part of a relay. Keep practicing. It doesn't matter how fast you run. If you drop the baton, you lose valuable time. Just keep passing that baton until you reach the anchor. It's fundamental but difficult. Ha ha ha. By the way, the anchor was originally used in a different track and field sport. How about a question from Narukami? Which of these sports also uses an anchor? Tug of war, swimming, wrestling, shot put. Tug of war. You give the answer you thought was right. You got it, you. The player supporting the end of the rope was acting as an anchor, and was thus called so. It crossed over into other sports, and so the last run on a relay is also called that. Alright, one more time. With you as the anchor. Ready, go. You answered correctly. Your knowledge has increased. Now I want to listen to Ready, Go. Anyway, after school. Classes have ended for the day. You're waiting for Naoto to recover. I lied about that being the last Pokemon talk from earlier, didn't I? Let's see. So, let us save here. I forgot there was a save spot in the classroom, but I probably want to save by going into town first. Yeah, me too. I'm right there with you. Let me just double check where I'm at with my stats right now. Okay, only Diligence is left. Everything else is maxed out except for Diligence. Understanding, Expression, Knowledge, and Courage are all maxed out. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and with that, I'm ending the stream here. My hope is that Saturday I'm going to be able to... I think the way that it's going to work is Saturday is going to be basically non-stop social linking. And then Sunday is going to be social linking. And hopefully we're going to make it to the November date where we go into Dungeon 6. And at that particular point, I mean, we are super close. I mean, we're like... Distance-wise, we're close to where the game is ending, but we still have quite a stretch, a few more streams to go. I hope I get my coconut. I do too. Thank you so much, Tay. Thank you so much for stopping by both streams. And Nanarachna, was good having you here as well as you, Mackenzel. And I Suitcase as well. I did appreciate. I never did think about Nanako just like knowing instinctively what to pick up from the store and doing all that shopping. That now I have something else to think about. All right. Good night, everybody.